Anxiety. It creeps in silently like a shadow at dawn. It speaks with a voice that is not always loud, but constant, reminding you of things you cannot control, of futures that have not yet come, and of fears that may never happen. The Stoics knew this voice well. They lived in times of war, of plagues, of uncertainty, yet they stood unshaken. Why? Because they understood that anxiety is not the world outside you. It is the story you keep repeating inside your mind. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Today I escaped anxiety," or no, I discarded it because it was within me in my own perceptions, not outside. This is the first lesson of the Stoic Guide to Anxiety. You own your perception. The world can rage. The economy can fall, people can betray you, but your judgment of these things, that is yours to master. Imagine this: you are standing in the middle of a storm. The wind pulls, the rain strikes, thunder shakes the sky, but within you, there is a still flame, a light untouched by the chaos. This is the Stoic mind, unshaken, steady, clear. Epictetus, once a slave, later a teacher, reminded his students, "It is not things that disturb us, but our opinions about things." The job you fear losing, the argument you replay in your mind, the future you imagine with dread, none of these exist in reality at this moment. They live only in the mind's theater, and you are both the actor and the audience. So what do the Stoics suggest? They tell us to separate what we can control from what we cannot. Can you control tomorrow's economy? No. Can you control the words someone may speak behind your back? No. But can you control your choices today, your breath in this very moment? Your courage to act with virtue regardless of outcome? Yes, and that is enough. Seneca once wrote letters to comfort a friend drowning in worry. He said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that. How many nights have you lost sleep, fearing something that never came to pass? How many days have you wasted, playing the same fearful thought on repeat, while life itself passed you by? The Stoic path is not about eliminating fear altogether. It is about walking with it, without letting it chain your steps. It is about looking at your anxiety, naming it, and then reminding yourself, this is not me, this is a thought, and I have the power to release it. Control your breath. Slow it down. When your chest feels heavy, when your heart races, remind yourself that this moment is all you have. And in this moment, you are safe. Life is borrowed time. Every heartbeat is a gift on loan from the universe. To spend it trapped in anxious spirals is to dishonor the present. The Stoics would tell you, live now. Not in yesterday's regrets, not in tomorrow's fears, but here, with courage, with clarity, with calm. So when anxiety visits you again, and it will, do not fight it with panic. Do not drown in its weight. Instead, stand tall, breathe deep, and whisper, "You are not my master, I am free." Anxiety often disguises itself as preparation. We tell ourselves, "I'm just thinking ahead, I'm just being careful." But too often that thinking ahead is not planning, it is rehearsing tragedy. It is living 1,000 possible failures before a single one has even arrived. Marcus Aurelius warned us against this trap. He said, "Do not be anxious about the future. You will meet it, if you must, with the same reason you use today." Think about that. The same strength you have right now, the same ability to endure what life has already given you, will be there tomorrow too. You don't need to carry all of tomorrow's burdens today, you need only to carry this one. Imagine you are asked to climb a mountain. Would you load your back with every supply for the journey at once? Or would you take what is needed for the step ahead, trusting that more can be gathered as the path unfolds? Anxiety is the act of carrying every burden, every possibility all at once. No wonder the weight feels unbearable. The Stoics remind us to break life into smaller pieces, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one breath at a time. If the present is all we truly possess, then why poison it with fears of a future that may never arrive? Seneca was blunt in his advice. He suffers before it is necessary who suffers more than is necessary. The anxious mind suffers twice, once in imagination, and once again if the feared event truly comes. But the Stoic mind suffers once, and even then with dignity. So how do we practice this in our daily lives? When the mind begins to race, pause, ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, act with calm discipline. If no, release it like smoke carried away by the wind. This is not passivity. This is strength. It takes greater courage to release what you cannot hold than to grasp endlessly at illusions. The anxious mind says, "What if?" The Stoic mind replies, "Even if. Even if I lose this job, I will endure. Even if I am betrayed, I will stand. Even if the future does not unfold as I planned, I will still meet it with reason, with courage, with virtue." This shift from what if to even if is the death of anxiety and the birth of freedom. The Stoics did not promise us a painless life. They promised us an unbroken spirit. They knew storms would come, but they also knew a calm mind can weather any storm. So the next time anxiety grips you, step back and remind yourself, you own nothing, not the future, not the past. You live only in borrowed time. But in this borrowed moment, you can choose courage over fear, wisdom over worry, clarity over confusion. And that choice, again and again, is how a Stoic walks free. There is a freedom waiting for you, not the freedom from challenges, not the freedom from loss, but the freedom from fear. Anxiety chains the mind, telling you that peace is only possible when everything outside of you is perfect. But the Stoics knew, peace does not wait for perfection. Peace is a choice made in the middle of imperfection. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire in chaos, plagues, betrayals, endless wars. Yet in the quiet of his own notes to himself, he wrote words that echo through time. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This is the essence of Stoic practice, not to control the storm, but to control the sailor. Not to demand calm waters, but to demand calm within. The next time anxiety rises, do not fight it with panic. Do not drown in its noise. Instead, let it be a signal, a reminder that your mind has wandered into a future that does not yet exist. Bring it back to this breath, this step, this moment. For in this moment you are alive, and being alive, even in struggle, even in uncertainty, is enough. Remember, you own nothing, not wealth, not possessions, not even tomorrow. All of it is borrowed, even time is borrowed, and one day it will be returned. But until that day comes, you can live with courage, you can live with calm. You can live with the wisdom of a Stoic, one who refuses to be mastered by fear, but instead chooses to master himself. So when the weight of anxiety presses on your chest, when your thoughts race into dark corners, pause and whisper to yourself, "This is borrowed time. I will not waste it on fear, I will spend it on living." Thank you for walking this path with me today. If these words have given you calm, if they have reminded you of the strength already within you, carry that strength into tomorrow. And if you wish to keep growing with Stoic wisdom, stay with us. Subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and let us keep reminding each other, we own nothing, but in our borrowed time we can live with peace.